AITA for refusing to let my sister announce her pregnancy at my wedding after she shut me down at hers. So I, 30F, am getting married this Sunday, and my sister, 28F, Jessica, got married 2 years ago. A little backstory. I had been dating my ex for years, and I was convinced he was going to propose to me soon. We had talked about it, and everything felt like it was falling into place. But just a few weeks before Jessica's wedding, he left me for another woman. It hit me harder than I could have ever imagined. I was crushed, not just because the relationship was ending, but because it felt like I was losing the future I had envisioned. All of a sudden, I found myself going to my sister's wedding in a fog, barely able to hold myself together. At Jessica's wedding, I felt like an outsider in my own family. Everyone was happy and celebrating her, and I was supposed to be happy for her too. But it was tough. I didn't want to make it all about me, but at that point, I was struggling to hold myself together. Seeing her so radiant while I was emotionally shattered was a painful contrast. It was the worst timing. In my mind, I kept thinking, this should be my moment to celebrate too. So, during the wedding, I gathered up some courage and went up to Jessica. I asked her if she could throw the bouquet to me after the ceremony. I thought it would be a symbolic gesture, a way to show me that luck could still be on my side, even though my life felt like it was falling apart. I figured, why not? It's just a simple gesture, and it means something to me. But she refused. Her reason? She said she didn't want to damage the bouquet. At the time, I didn't argue, but I felt a sting, still trying to make the best of it. I asked her if I could borrow the bouquet for just a few pictures. It wasn't about taking away from her day. It was about capturing a fleeting moment where I could hold on to some semblance of hope. She refused that too. And that was the final straw. I didn't press the issue. I didn't say anything more, but I felt hurt. I wasn't asking for much, just a little acknowledgement, a tiny gesture of support, which I thought was perfectly reasonable. I didn't bring it up again, but deep down, I felt that if it had been anyone else, they would have done it for me, or at least understood why it was important. Now, fast forward to my wedding day. Everything was set. My fiancé and I had planned this day for months, and it was supposed to be all about us, our love, our commitment to each other, and a new life we were starting together. I was excited, but I'll admit that there was some underlying tension. After all, Jessica and I had unresolved issues from her wedding. Out of nowhere, my sister, who's currently pregnant, asked if she could make a pregnancy announcement at my wedding. She said it would be a beautiful moment, a way to share her excitement with the family in a special way. I was caught off guard. It wasn't that I wasn't happy for her. Of course I was. But I didn't want my wedding to become about anyone else's news. It was my day. I calmly told her no. She was taken aback. She insisted that it would be the perfect moment, but I stood firm in my response. I explained that this day was for me and my fiancé, and I wanted it to remain about our celebration. But more than that, I told her the real reason for my refusal. You didn't do what I asked you to do at your wedding, so why would I do something for you at mine? She looked at me shocked. She said I was being ridiculous, that I was holding on to a grudge. But in that moment, I wasn't thinking about the pregnancy announcement. What I was really thinking about was the way I had been treated at her wedding. I had asked for something small, something that would have meant a lot to me during a difficult time, and she had turned me down without a second thought. How could I just ignore that now? Why should I let her make this moment all about her, which she didn't offer me the same consideration? Needless to say, Jessica is pissed. She didn't expect me to turn her down, and now she's acting like I've completely ruined everything. She's called me selfish and said that I'm being petty. She's even said that she's not sure if she wants to attend my wedding anymore, which honestly stings more than I care to admit. In her eyes, I'm being stubborn over something trivial, but I don't see it that way. For me, this is not just about refusing her request. It's about the years of feeling like I'm not supported when I needed it most. Our mom has weighed in too. She thinks I'm acting childish, that I should just let it go and be the bigger person. She tells me I'm overreacting and that I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. But it's not just about the bouquet. It's about how I felt at Jessica's wedding. I didn't ask for a lot, and yet I got nothing. Now, when the tables are turned, I'm being accused of being unreasonable because I'm holding on to that feeling of hurt. I don't want to lose my sister over something like this. I really don't, but I also feel like I deserve respect. I gave Jessica the space she wanted on her big day, and I thought that asking for a little kindness in return wasn't too much. I wasn't trying to take away from her wedding, just to get a tiny bit of support. Now, I feel like I'm being punished for something that happened 2 years ago. I can't just ignore it and act like everything's fine. So now I'm asking, AITA, I've been going back and forth about whether I did the right thing, but the more I think about it, the more I feel like I had to stand my ground. I've heard from multiple people, my sister and my mom, that I'm being unreasonable, that I'm holding on to something from the past that doesn't matter anymore. But for me, it does matter. It's not just about refusing her request. It's about the lack of reciprocity and understanding from her side. Should I have just let her announce her pregnancy and moved on from the past? Maybe. But why should I? When she didn't give me the same respect or support when I asked for something small. I feel like I'm being asked to forget how hurt I was just to make her happy. But I don't want to give in because it feels like I'd be minimizing my own feelings. I'm stuck honestly. I don't want to lose my sister, but I don't think it's fair for her to have everything her way. I've spent so many years being the one who holds it all together, who tries to keep the peace. This time, it's my turn to have what I want, to stand up for myself and what I deserve. I've tried to explain how I felt, but I'm not sure it's getting through. My wedding is supposed to be a celebration of my fiancé and me, and I don't think I should let anyone overshadow that. But at the same time, I know that this could be a huge rift between us. Am I wrong for refusing her request? Or am I right to hold firm on this? I just want to know if I'm being unreasonable or if my feelings are valid. It's hard because I love my sister, but I also don't want to be the one who's constantly putting myself second. I'm just trying to figure out how to move forward.